You're listening to Lore Friendly with Kris Takahashi and Alice Bell, and our special guest today for episode 75, Elianora.
Woo!
And in the
Yeah,
grand
buddy.
Finnish tradition, the first thing we need to ask you is, how are you doing?
I am amazing. I am so good. I moved to a new apartment. I've got everything set up. Everything looks perfect. I've done some in real life house modding. Like,
Ooh.
placed all the clutters. I planned my house layout in Fallout Creation Kit in advance.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
So when I moved in here, I had everything planned out. And I've been collecting all this clutter all my life. And now I finally have a place to fit it all in. My cat's doing great. Because you were going to ask about the cat anyway, so I'm going to jump
Yes, of
straight into
course.
that. She's made herself comfortable at her new place. And I can use all the voice chat whenever I want. So life is grand.
Oh yeah, the last time I think we talked, we were talking on Discord, and I would say something, and then when it was time for Eleanor's time to respond, you'd hear. You hear that? So I say, "How are you?" and she would go. And you have to kind of like read the sort of the body language of the typing, to get the emotion right, because
Like,
yeah. If you hear like fucking like windows smashing and glass breaking, then it's like angry. But if it's like a soft typing, then it's just
If it's really fast, then it means I'm super excited about something.
yeah, exactly. So look at that. See, you speak that typing language. You're like trilingual, not just English and Finnish and any other language. It's also the language of typing.
so when you were organising your house in real life, did you have that thing where you let go of the Z button and it just sends everything flying? Is that something that happens in real life?
I managed to complete the entire move without breaking or losing anything. I have a horror story about leaving all my computer peripherals, like keyboards and everything, in a huge, gigantic IKEA bag in the hallway of my old place.
Oh, no.
For 6 hours. Fortunately, none of my neighbors stole anything. It had like my external hard drives, all my holiday photos, backup.
Oh, fuck.
And it was there. I was like, "Where's all my computer stuff?" But anyway.
Yeah, because you smartly put it in an IKEA bag. That's why people know, like, oh, I don't want that junk.
They're probably like,
How dare you? IKEA's fantastic. Shut up, Chris.
everything I have is from IKEA, basically. But anyway, I misplaced all my computer stuff, but luckily I found them. Everything's good. I lost nothing. Nothing got sent flying by the Havoc engine or anything. All good.
Hey.
But see, yeah, that is the thing. Like, IKEA stuff it looks like very modernist. I don't know what the art term is, but it looks really nice and it's cheap. So it's like
It's
perfect for people.
fantastic.
It's perfect for college students, I'd say. I had a bunch of IKEA stuff when I was in college.
I have an IKEA bed and an IKEA mattress, and the IKEA mattress is fantastic.
I just don't buy the cheapest crap and you get decent stuff.
I don't know. I've got a £15 bookcase that was like well cheap, and it's lasted me for 3 years now.
I mean, you basically only move it once or twice every 5 to 10 years. Why does it have to be super sturdy? Unless you have kids who would like climb on it or something. Why do you need a sturdy bookshelf? You basically
I would
don't
never
move
want
it that
kids.
much. I don't know.
Do you want an unsturdy one though? Do you want
Mine
your
one is
books
kind
falling?
of wiggly.
I want my books to explode like the Havoc engine. Just like, when you're organising your bookcase in Oblivion,
Oh,
and you can't just put the books into the bookcase. You have to go in there manually, drag each book onto the shelf.
Well, see, that's why Eleanor's house mods, all the books are static meshes, right?
everything is static.
The dream.
Sorry, yeah. I was testing my friend's house and he had placed everything on this long noble table and I would just go, "Fuster that shit," and I was making my point. I was like messing everything up and running around on the tables and knocking everything over and doing more Fußroda. And I was like, yeah, it's a nice house. Stuff's a bit like movie, but other than that, nice work. By the way, I ruined all your feng shui.
That sounds like a fantastic house party. That's how my normal Saturday night goes.
That's how it is in Eleanor's actual house. Everything is bolted down.
Super
so if
glued.
you go in there, you you try and like knock over a bowl. It's like it stays. It's static, so you can't do it.
Have you ever seen the Lego Movie?
No, I haven't.
Where it's basically Will Ferrell's character super glues all the Lego together. That's how I'm imagining Eleanor's house now.
That's perfect.
I don't think you have to imagine. Do you have pictures up on Twitter of your new place?
Possibly. I'll probably post
Not
some.
yet?
No, I posted on Facebook. I was gonna do like a YouTube my new house tour, but
Oh yes. do
I'm
that,
still missing
please.
some posters on the walls. So if anyone wants to volunteer in Turku to place some paintings on the walls for me, I'm here.
My brother does fantastic paintings. I've currently got a painting of a duck casting a spell
That sounds
in my
amazing.
room. So if you want me to pass on a commission, he will be more than happy.
That's good. I have tons of posters and stuff. I just don't know how to do all the handyman stuff with hanging up posters and frames and putting on shelves on the walls and stuff like that. I'm useless.
Nail, hammer, wall.
Well, you have to find like what's it called? The stud area. I don't know. I'm not a handyman, but there's parts in the wall where there's wood behind it, and there's parts of the wall that are just drywall. So you have to find the wooden beam part to nail.
It depends on what kind of house you're in as well.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways, so what are we going to talk about today? Is there any news you want to go over, or should we just jump right into Doctor Who?
Well, there was Fallout 76 gameplay footage
Oh, yeah.
being released
that's
by
right.
all these YouTubers who got invited to the Greenbrier.
Oh
Briar
god, yeah,
event.
that we didn't get invited to.
I probably could have snuck myself in if I was anywhere near that continent.
Yeah. Couldn't we have just given Kris a wig and say, "Hi, I'm Elianora.
Yeah, that's true.
I came all the way."
I don't know if you
From
know how
Finland.
America works, but you're probably closer to Washington or Maryland than I am. Like, I'm all the way on the other side. Actually, how long is a flight from the UK or from Finland to the East Coast?
10 hours.
It's an overnight flight, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, then I might be closer. I don't know. It's a long flight from California. Like
When I
it's-
flew from Los Angeles to Maryland, it was 6 hours.
Oh, okay.
Fuck me.
Maybe I should stop complaining.
Your country's too big. Mm-hmm. Make your country smaller.
It's a very weird and diverse country, but we end up with anyways, let's not go into politics.
Let's go into Fallout
Yeah,
76.
Yeah, so what sort of big news did you glean from all the streamer footage that I have not yet seen?
I've not seen any. I actually am the kind of person who doesn't even look at movie trailers because I don't want to be spoiled too much. There was an article on Bethesda.net about changes from Fallout 4 to Fallout 76 that people might be interested in. They eased up a lot of people's worries about the PvP part, so that until you're like level 5 you can't battle other players and you can't camp the vault entrance and just like kill all the newbies or anything.
Yeah.
You actually have to engage with people and fight back, or you can just escape. If people are picking a fight and you don't want to fight them, you can just run away. The damage input is really low. So basically they're just like throwing insults at you. Only thing getting hurt is your emotions. Kind of way. That's how PvP works.
But my emotions are fragile.
I'm trying to look up. Sorry for the sound. There's going to be sound because I'm looking it up. I had the thing.
Oh, no, go ahead. Type away. I'm used to it. We
Yeah,
already
this is
established
basically
this.
how we do all of our podcasts. Is
Yeah.
Are you starting a band? That sounds like a drum. Anyways.
Yeah.
well, that's because I've got really clacky nails.
Okay, found it. So, yeah, this article on Bethesda.net is pretty good because it covers a lot of stuff like about the workshops. There's like public workshops that you can use with your friends, or other people can attack and you can like fight over them. And then there's the personal workshop by camp that you can like have you for your own, and apparently no one can attack them or something.
Oh, really? So
You can like stash stuff, and it's gonna be a survival full on from the start of the game. So you have to like collect stuff and keep well rested and well fed and stuff. You can't probably turn that off, which is fine because it makes the game really interesting.
to a point. At some survival mechanics, I find to be just annoying rather than immersive.
Yeah.
Like in Fallout 4, like constantly having to like drink a bottle of water or eat something, it's just especially because when you build a settlement, you have more than enough water, more than enough supplies, where finding the water isn't as difficult as it is early in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of found that tedious, just constantly having to just feed myself.
That's what I thought when I first installed the needs mod for like Skyrim, because I thought wouldn't want to be just... But it actually gives you a reason to use the damn bed. It gives you a reason to actually like make foods. I still don't make foods to get like... Because the bonuses and the buffs from food and drink are usually completely useless. But at least it gives you like... In Skyrim, I would never even cook or have any food with me later in the game because I didn't need to eat. Or I would never go home because I didn't need to sleep. But that makes like gives a reason for food to be existing in the game, really. Diseases are annoying because they're like the nerves from those are just... Ugh.
Yeah, I think there's definitely like a balance you can strike where it's not tedious but still immersive. I don't know. It's very difficult, so you can't really blame them if they mess up.
Yeah. So
depends on the person too. I complain a lot.
But yeah, it looks good. It looks like they've thought of a lot of stuff. There's like fast traveling. They've released a lot of stuff about the game, so it's gonna be... Some people are still like, well, it still sucks, not my thing, gonna skip, and other people are like, wow, this is actually not shit. This might actually be an enjoyable game. For me personally, I'm really excited that for the first time in years, I'm gonna have a game that I can spend time in with my friends. Because right now, all I do with my friends is talk about Fallout and Skyrim and modding them. I want to actually go in the game with my friends that I've met through modding and start up like our own joint
Adventure Squad.
Yeah, Adventure Squad sounds good. So like that's gonna be good. Even if it's not like what we're used to in Fallout, it's still gonna be fun spending time with my friends. You guys are...
Which Avenger are you gonna be?
I'm gonna be the kind of like not really very hostile to strange players because I hate grievers and I have a very low tolerance for like trolling and stupid behavior in games. Like let's just all enjoy it and have a good time. So okay, she has some input as well. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be like build all this stuff, help people, Minutemen kind of thing.
Oh, so you're gonna be Preston basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna help all the settlements.
Another settlement's in danger.
I think I would be, I don't know, Ant-Man. I don't know. I'd be the guy who's terrible at his job, more or less.
Yes.
I'll be the one
It would
dying.
just be us on Elder Scrolls Online all over again.
I'll be the person crouched in the corner needing a stim pack, basically. In the wounded animation, permanently. Yeah.
Help!
Is that what I sound like when I need help?
Yes, completely. Yeah.
And you'll
Exactly.
be wearing goofy armor because you've scraped together like the shittiest equipment in the entire landscape, and so you're like in a clown outfit with different kinds of armor bits tossed over it, eating the worst food.
You're going to be doing the dance animation constantly.
Oh no, I hate that animation.
And the burp animation.
No,
Constantly.
the wounded. It's just the wounded for me. No, I think I'm gonna do my best to look good. I may have the crappiest armor, but it's still gonna look good. In fact, I will probably throw away the higher level armor just for the armor that looks good, even if it's weak.
Actually, they knew that people would prefer looking good. so there's this system where you can wear armor pieces, but you can wear an outfit over the armor pieces, so you can still look cool. Like you can run around with leather armor, but on top of that, you'll be wearing a clown armor or whatever they have. Like,
I think they have that on ESO as well.
Yeah.
I think. It's been a while, but basically you take the stats from the armor and then you just have the aesthetic choice on top.
So I can wear like a T51 power armor, but it'll look like I'm just wearing a t-shirt and jeans, just casual.
yeah,
Yes.
something like that.
It's like, why aren't my bullets penetrating this guy's t-shirt? This guy's fucking Hanes t-shirt he's wearing. It's because there's power armor underneath.
Hidden power armor.
Yeah. Another thing I saw on Reddit, but I didn't want to read because it's gonna spoil it, but they're making a big deal about it, is the Brotherhood of Steel is being retconned into Fallout 76.
Weird. weird.
What's the backstory on Brotherhood Steel? I'm not really all that familiar.
Me neither.
They started in... Okay, now people are gonna realize that I'm absolutely horrible with the early Fallout lore, but didn't they start in some sort of military base underground, and they are descended from military families?
Yeah, from skimming through the wiki, that's what I got. It was Roger Maxson.
Yeah, so they started that, and they started underground in a bunker. So what the fuck are they doing in West Virginia? Because from what I gather, they're like in West Coast or something.
Yeah, well, Virginia is
not West Coast.
It's not on the West Coast. It's on the East Coast. It's near Maryland, so it's kind of near where the Bethesda studio is, more or less. But the original Brotherhood of Steel, the original Fallout games were more of a West Coast thing, right?
Yeah.
And Mariposa is actually it's near me. It's in Southern California.
There you go.
So I can start the Brotherhood of Steel. I just need a bunker.
Do it.
Okay, deal.
And a much smarter brain.
Okay, so in 60-ish years, I'm gonna travel to California to wait for the Great War in your bunker, and then we're gonna start Brotherhood of Steel.
Ah, that's good. And we're not gonna send anybody to West Virginia. Or are we gonna send Alice there or something so she can take care of the retcon?
No. You're not sending me off to West Virginia. You know how bad I am at cross-country travel. I die of dysentery.
That's true. But then how are we going to explain the retcon in Fallout 76? We're going to have to send somebody to West Virginia. We can send your guinea pigs that don't exist.
No.
And my zombies.
They will exist soon.
Yeah, they'll be much bigger. They'll be mutated. They'll be like giant animals.
They'll be so fluffy.
Fluffy mole rats.
Yes.
Okay, so now we retconned mold rats into Fallout. Alice's Quinny
We're
Becks.
retconning everything.
Yes.
We don't even care about the lore. I mean, the show is called Lore Friendly, but that's the running joke. It's not. We're just gonna retcon everything.
Who cares about being lore friendly? So long as it's not boob armor, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna change my name to Roger Maxson. So there we go. You're gonna have to change all the Wikipedia pages.
I think it would completely suit you, mate. I'm gonna start calling you Roger. But that just makes me think of Roger the Alien from American Dad.
Okay.
Soz.
Anything else from 76 you want to talk about?
No, I think we got it covered.
All right. Should we move on to Doctor Who?
Finally.
Yes!
Let's do it.
Oh my god.
So the first episode of season 11 has just dropped with Jodie Whittaker as our doctor. Should we run through the episode or just want to give general thoughts? Or
Let's run through the episode because I quite enjoyed the cold open.
Oh yeah, so it starts with one of our future doctor's companions on YouTube. And the first thing I thought is I need to minimize my browser. I need to watch my Doctor Who. I'm trying to stream it. But then I realized that this was the stream, that I was watching it. So that was a weird experience. But you have this guy, and he mentions that he's met the most amazing woman ever. And the kind of the misdirection there is you think he's talking about Doctor Who. I don't know the exact quote. What is the exact quote?
I met the most amazing woman in my life, or I want to tell you about the most amazing woman in my life.
Yeah.
And that was very clever because at the end we all know what happened. But so we get that. Then we show some scenes where they basically elaborate on his. I guess he has a motor skills
dyspraxia.
disease, a neuromotor dyspraxia. I need to remember that so then I can blame all my bugs on that. There's bugs in the mod. It's just my dyspraxia. I can't type. And then he gets so frustrated, he throws his bike into the trees. He goes down, and then this weird alien phenomenon comes. And at first it looks really cool and high tech, and then he presses a button, and then this giant blue
space onion
Hershey's Kiss.
Space
Yes.
onion.
I thought it was a Hershey's Kiss.
It looks more like garlic, I think. Like a full bulb of garlic.
True. Have you ever played Dragon Warrior, or is that what it's called? Where they have the slimes in Dragon Warrior? Oh, come on. You guys didn't play that game?
No.
I'm dating myself.
You're just so old, Chris.
That's true. Because that's...
Well, I called it space onion anyway.
It could be anything. It could be anything.
So cute. Aww.
See, it's a slime.
Okay.
It looks like a slime,
Yeah,
does it not? A
I'll
blue
give
slime?
you that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looked like the slime from Dragon Quest.
Yeah. So there you go. So he touches it, obviously, because that's what you do when something weird like that happens. You touch it.
I was screaming like, why are you touching it?
Oh, would you not have touched it?
No, I would have run away and called the doctor.
See, you're smart. I would have touched it.
Yeah, I'm dumb as well.
So now we have both have bombs in our necks because that's what happens when you touch it, I guess, apparently. No, wait, that happened after, actually.
Yeah, that
right?
happened after.
Mm-hmm.
So there was another weird phenomenon on a train where this giant, like, tentacle monster...
Tentacle electricity monster came down and it was like...
Zapped everyone.
Yeah. And then that's when we get our first introduction to our new doctor.
That was weird.
The woman who falls to Earth.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's the name of the episode, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that, like, how the doctor always...
Yeah, but we didn't
introduces-
get like TARDIS crashing and everything going to hell, but that was like in
that's true,
previous
that's
episode,
true.
right? So
Yeah, she just kind of
It
fell
all
out.
happens off screen.
Yeah.
It's like the corpses in this episode. They're all off screen. You don't get to see anybody dead. It's just,
But I really loved how long the opening was. It reminded me a lot of Rose, like the very first Eccleston episode, where we follow what is going to be the main companions. And this is something that I noticed within like the first 10 minutes before the Doctor was introduced, is that, oh shit, I actually care about the side characters.
yep.
Because that is something that has been missing from the entirety of Moffat's run.
Yeah, that's actually interesting because they introduced so many characters. I was worried that I wouldn't care about them because the sheer number of companions it seemed like were being introduced. But like, yeah, they totally did a good job of selling each character as like a three-dimensional person or someone that you care about.
They all had unique characteristics and realistic personalities.
Yeah, very fleshed out.
Yasmin was my favourite. I love Yasmin.
Yeah, she's pretty good. Did you have a favorite character, Emmy?
Grace. I'm Grace, like she was in the way she was. That was cool.
She was badass.
She was badass, yeah. I'm like, let's do this alien shit. Woo.
Yeah, she was always like, I don't want to spoil it, but so
We're going to spoil it, Chris. This is how our reviews work, is that we spoil everything.
that is true. Bruce Willis is a ghost at the end. Kaiser Soze is verbal. Anyways, so before we spoil every movie known to man, so they end up encountering this thing on the train which implants bombs into their necks, but you know the doctor manages to like chase it off. Then we kind of meet like the villain of this episode who comes out of the slime from Dragon Quest, the onion / garlic.
Space onion.
Yeah. He comes out wearing his new like power armor or Chinese stealth suit. I'm not sure what to call it. And we find out throughout the course episode that he has been sent here to kill a human for sport, but he's so incompetent at it he needs quest markers. So yes, that giant tentacle monster is basically, there to put a quest mark on it, on his kill, so he knows exactly where to go.
He's not supposed to kill it, just capture.
Oh, that's right. Capture it and keep it as a trophy. He's like discount predator.
With teeth. Just people's teeth on his face.
Everyone who kills, he takes a tooth.
I mean, it's a fashion statement. I'll give him that.
I mean, there's a trope, right? Like where like hunters that kill like their prey or whatever, they wear like the teeth as a necklace. Like I've seen that before.
Yeah.
But like why put it in your face like that?
Gross.
It's like there's a rule like in their culture that you keep the teeth of the people you kill, but then this guy decided to put it in his face, and then, like all his friends are like, no, you could just wear it as a necklace, you could keep it in your pocket. He's like, no, I'm just gonna shove it
No,
in my
this
face.
is metal as fuck.
It is pretty metal.
it
We
is.
also go ahead.
I was just saying, yeah, it is.
And in the process of finding this out, the doctor sort of fashions her very own screwdriver. Like it's very Iron Man-esque, where she makes her own Sonic in a cave.
I think this was my only gripe in that I don't like the design of the Sonic.
Me neither.
Oh, how come?
It looks like a dildo.
Yes.
Does it? I'd
Yeah.
have to look at it again, but
It doesn't look. It doesn't look Time Lordy. I get that she made it in like a in a cave, but seriously,
Yes.
it's weird. It's weird. I don't want to know what the TARDIS looks from the inside. If it's gonna look like reflect what the dildo,
It's just-
Sonic dildo looks
It
like.
looks like a fucking dildo. It looks like a 2-pronged dildo that
The
vibrates.
TARDIS is going to be a strip club, more or less. No. I thought it just looked like a lumpy spoon. I'd have to look at it again. But didn't she just like melt like 50 spoons, and so it came out looking like a lumpy spoon, or no?
Well, whatever it is, she made a dildo.
The end
I
product
was like, where
a
is she
dildo.
getting all these space bits? But then I realized she scavenged the space onion for bits.
Oh yeah, she ate the space onion.
Sonic screwdriver.
I've just sent you a picture, mate.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I have seen sex toys that look less sex toyish
No.
than that.
Does that not look like a spoon?
No.
You have the right side that is curved, like a spoon, and then you have the left part,
Oh,
which is a handle.
Chris, you have clearly never seen a bullet vibrator before.
I have a penis, okay? I know what a penis looks like.
Yeah, vibrators don't
not-
look
The
like that.
best sex toys apparently don't look anything like a penis. So
Oh, that's true. We're pretty
anyway,
useless.
Yeah,
I
you
do
are.
like the connection where she's like, okay, I'm gonna take spoons and melt them, and then in one of the Capaldi episodes, he's like, I've got a spoon, I'm gonna use it for sword play, and she's like, spoon.
Oh yeah, back in the Robin Hood episode.
So
Way back when they dissed Nottingham.
Doctor's got a thing
Good
with
catch.
spoons.
And there was this whole thing where she was transitioning from one body to the other, and she was still sort of, she's wearing the clothes, but they're all tattered. She's wearing Peter Capaldi's clothes, and she's still trying to find her identity,
Yeah.
I guess, as a new person. So that was sort of interesting, I guess. I don't know. And then what else happened in this episode?
Well, then
They climbed up a crane. It was very low key. It wasn't an end of the world type thing. It was a very localized one person's life type thing.
Yep.
Which I liked because you can't up the stakes from being like end of the world. Rah!
that's reserved for season finales.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It feels like one person's death is almost more like emotional in that, like, 'cause
Yeah.
you know the person, care the person. Where it's end of the world, it does really kind of feel like a statistic. Like
Yeah.
that old quote
Yep.
goes. So it's harder to wrap your mind around that. So I do like it when they do sort of at least, even if it's an end of the world thing, at least represent it in a character that you care about. And so
Yeah. Well, you've got to up the stakes over the series.
But that part where the old guy in the construction site booth talks to his granddaughter.
Oh no! Don't remind me about that. I
That-
was like, no.
Oh, no, God,
no.
No.
It was the classic.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
I was
no.
like, don't go out! I was screaming at the screen. I was like, don't go
Yeah.
out! What are you doing? I forgot the name of the granddaughter, but I was like, she's gonna wait for you to call again. Stop.
oh, that's pretty sad, dude. She's gonna grow
I
up.
cared about that guy more than I did about the guy at the crane who was being rescued.
Oh yeah. I am worth something.
Oh, I felt so bad for
Um,
him, but he was so annoying in a way that I don't care what's
Yeah.
happening here. I just want to go to work.
He did also kick the alien off the crane at the end. So
Which
that
is
was
pretty badass.
Yeah, yeah. But that was kind of like weirdly antithetical to like the Doctor Who kind of thing where you don't kill even the villains or something. It's just like very sort of like Disney-esque in that sense. So like, because at the end wasn't Jodie's like, what didn't she say, like, you don't do that? Didn't
Yeah,
the
she
Doctor
said
say that?
fuck off.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't say fuck off.
She was like, "What the fuck do you do that?"
Yeah. So I mean, Doctor Who has always had that sort of. I mean, it's a Saturday morning show, right? Or didn't it start out as that? So it's always had that kind of G-rated aspect to it. So it is interesting that this character kind of just defied that. I don't know if he's gonna even be in any more episodes, but
Yeah, but he wasn't like, yeah. I like how the Doctor was very soft though. Like she was a lot more, I don't know, hard to explain in English. Personable. She was like warm, heartfelt, caring kind of. I don't know if it's like stereotypical woman, mother kind of thing or something, but she was like very warm compared to, for example, Capaldi, who was more
I don't know, I
practical.
felt like she felt quite tenanty.
Yeah, she did.
Like it's not necessarily a feminization thing, it's more of a just general personality trait. Like that's the thing. They didn't make a massive thing out of the whole gender thing. which
Oh,
was
yeah.
fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they had the couple of things where she was like, oh, I'm a woman. Shit. Ha, lol. And then that was kind of it.
I always interpreted that stuff as it was more of like a transitioning thing as opposed to a gender change.
Right.
thing,
Yeah.
Right. So they never really made a big deal about that, which is cool. Or I mean, you could make a big deal about it too, as long as you just do it well.
It's
I
just
think-
like, oh shit, I have a vagina now.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, if I woke up with a dick, I'd be like, oh shit, this is a change.
Yeah, it would kind of be a big deal, huh?
Yeah.
And if you woke up with a dick, you would know not to make a sonic screwdriver that looks like a dildo. No.
Yeah. Make one that
Although-
looks like one of those flesh things. Whatever you call them. Sorry.
You would have something to pattern your sonic screwdriver after. You could make it look like an actual penis instead of like a curved, vibrating, whatever that is. I don't know.
The term is bullet.
Bullet. Oh, I know what a bullet is. Those are much smaller, though, right? They're like those tiny little things that, not to get too into this topic, but they're like, aren't they like 3 inches? They're like a little egg, or is that called an egg?
That's
No,
an egg.
Oh, is it different? Is a bullet different than an egg?
Yeah.
How so?
Google
It
it.
looks like a bullet.
I'm gonna take your silence as saying meaning that they're not very different at all, and I'm right. Anyways, yeah, we're bearing the lead here. What did you guys think of Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor overall?
I love her.
Love her.
She can have my babies anytime.
She's
With your new
right
penis?
from the start.
Yeah.
She was just the Doctor.
She was on. And that is reflected, I think, in the viewing figures.
Mm-hmm.
She has
Oh, are
the
they
second
huge?
highest season launch figures, with only Christopher Eccleston beating her.
Nice. And that's because like when Eccleston came, that was like there had been long break in Doctor Who, wasn't there?
Yeah.
So that's why everyone
And
was like,
this
"Ooh,
is
new Doctor."
with it being moved over to the Sunday slot as well. Not the Saturday slot anymore, the Sunday slot.
No idea because it comes here on Monday morning. So
Ah. Well, basically, in the UK, they used to broadcast it prime time, Saturday, most sought after slot on television. And then for this series, they moved it over to the Sunday, which isn't a time when people watch television generally.
What? It's the opposite here in America. All the main shows are on Sunday. Saturday night is the night for like leaving the house. Not that I would know, but Saturday is not a TV night here. I don't know what is it in Finland. What's the big TV night?
no idea. I don't follow what normal people do.
yeah. Screw them.
Well, the thing is, it was like prime TV spot because it's a time when kids are allowed to be up because they don't have to be in bed early for the next day. It's
Yeah.
also prime time to catch people who are going out because people are generally getting ready at that time to go out and pre-drinking and things like that. So it's generally the one time when everyone is going to be watching telly is that Saturday night slot. So the fact that it managed to get the same amount of figures or similar figures in the Sunday night slot is really impressive.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think it was a great episode. I really liked her outfit at the end too. I
yeah.
mean, we saw it in the pictures earlier, but yeah, it's just great.
It's
Very
so
bright and
fashionable.
colorful.
It is. It's so like it's a bit hipster, but at the same time really fashionable and quirky, and just I love that it's not overly feminine. It's not like, ooh, look
Yeah.
at me, I'm the female Doctor. No, it's just the Doctor in a quirky Doctor is hipster outfit again.
With a really cool jumper. I love
Imagine
that
if
jumper.
she came out in a fucking corset or something.
Yeah, it was like,
Me.
look at me, I've got boobs now.
That'd be me.
Yeah, in Alice's run as the Doctor, she'll be in a full corset the whole
In
time.
Alice's run as the Doctor, Alice could not run as the Doctor.
Well,
That's true. They would.
I have to, when speaking about Time Lord outfits, I do admire Missy's style as well. She's so
Oh
fucking
god,
classy.
it is gorgeous.
Yeah, she's amazing as well, so. But they are so
Well, there you go.
different.
What would you wear, Emmy? What would you wear as the Doctor?
I would wear massive new rock boots and something with a shit ton of pockets.
Yes.
And a quirky headwear, something, a headpiece would be my thing. I don't know what, but maybe like cyber locks or goggles or something on my head.
Nice.
Goggles would be fantastic.
What do you need all the
And
pockets
practical.
for?
For all my gadgets and shit. I'm not.
You only
Because
have one
women's
gadget.
clothes don't have pockets, Chris, so we have to overcompensate.
You're the doctor. You have one gadget.
No, I need one pocket for a spoon and what other stuff, like all the knickknacks I pull out when I need to build like MacGyver-ish things to solve problems.
A pocket of jelly babies.
You know how the doctor always builds like weird gadgets and machines that sense things or scan things or whatever, or break locks or whatever. Well, locks usually go with the Sonic, but still, for that stuff, cables and shit.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to end up in a situation where I have to build a massive atomic scanner from a spoon, duct tape, and a toaster. Shit, I'm gonna commission someone to draw me as a doctor.
Eleanor's
with
doctor
the
just be
bugs.
carrying around one of those big old suitcases on wheels behind you, full of all your gadgets and outfits, possibly.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the big thing that happened this episode, Grace sacrifices
Yeah.
herself nobly to, what did she do? She like disabled the tentacle monster with a wire,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
in doing so she fell off and she died, and it was really like this tragic, sad moment. And then it circles back to the beginning with the cold open where he was talking about the most amazing woman he'd ever met, and it was his Nan.
Yeah. Which was a nice little subversion, but it also immediately makes all the characters seem more human rather than
Yeah, and
Just
binds them all
props
together
to the Doctor's
like
story.
with a single event.
Yeah.
So it was very gutsy to do, and it was just very well executed, I think, especially in just one episode. It's very hard to kind of make people like feel emotional over a character they just met, but they somehow managed to do that in an hour's time, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty fantastic, honestly.
Yeah, and it's gonna be. I really like that there wasn't just one companion. I like that there were many different people. And the dynamic between Ryan and Graham is going to be interesting to watch as well. Graham's he's a really cool guy, but he's not the most adventurous type. So ending up in a different planet might be a bit overwhelming to him. But at the same time, he's like really clever and heartfelt, so it's going to be good.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see where this series is going to go, honestly. The only issue I have is that I really liked Capaldi's opener with Deep Breath. But then the series kind of took a nosedive for me, so I don't want to get too, invested. I'm scared. Because whenever I start enjoying a show again, it goes to shit. Cough, cough. Game of
Just
Thrones.
gotta have low
cough,
expectations, and then you'll be satisfied no matter what. It's the way I.
Yeah, in Finland we have a saying: pessimists never get disappointed.
Cough. I think we have that saying over here as well. Maybe it's just a European thing.
Yeah, maybe you're just all pessimists over there on that side.
Yeah.
Grumpy as fuck.
I'm optimistic about the show. I think it's gonna be great.
I want it to be fantastic.
I just I was looking at like tweets and comments about the show a bit. I can't read too much of them because all the how comments on the
Yeah.
internet are. Usually they give you
Yeah.
Ebola and cancer and all kinds of different AIDSes, but people are like, "Oh, the writing of this the new Doctor is great, but the writing sucked," or something like. I'm not a writer kind of person. Like I'm gonna watch this show. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm not gonna watch it trying to figure out what's wrong with it,
Yeah, exactly.
or just like watching it with the premise of trying to find something to hate about it. So like I see all these people complaining about the Capaldi episodes, how the writing was bad and how the writing of this pilot episode was bad. And I was like, can you give me examples of what they could have done better? If you had written that episode, what would have you done? I see people complaining, but no one's giving any solutions. So I'm like, I can't comment on the writing at all because I loved everything I watched from Capaldi. Like, sure, I loved Capaldi, but maybe not the stories so much. I don't know, but.
Yeah, Capaldi was a fantastic Doctor, and when he shone. I mean, the Hellbound, Heaven Sent, those two episodes were among my top 2 Doctor Who episodes of all time, kind of thing.
But yeah, that's the internet in a nutshell. I mean, it's complain with no solutions. It's just complain.
That's like,
Well, that's me. That's me with Game of Thrones, isn't it?
that's people in general, like complain but not willing to do anything about it.
Make it better.
Yeah.
That's like the worst kind of feedback you can get. Like,
Yeah. So
Do better.
So yeah, I don't know. I have no suggestions on how that episode could have been better. Maybe the whole.
I have none.
other than the sonic screwdriver.
Yeah. Change the design of the Sonic and that's it.
Ending was great.
Oh, yeah.
Like the final one. Like, yeah, we got this teleporter thing working now. Let's send her off.
Yeah, you could definitely see that
I
coming.
was-
Then, oopsie.
What I expected to happen was that she would teleport and move like and reappear like 1 meter from where she left from, because
Yeah.
TARDIS is back on. TARDIS is somewhere on Earth.
Yeah, I thought they were
Did not
all going to
expect-
go somewhere. I just didn't expect it to be in the middle of space, because then, yeah. I don't know how long you can last.
That kind of sucks.
I don't know how long the human body can survive in space.
Is that a cat?
Yeah, cat's going into the candles. Moron.
Hello, cat.
Her face. Looking at the candles like, yeah, what is this shit? Anyway, yeah. That was dramatic as hell. The space
And I
thing.
loved it.
Yes, I was like, oh my god, what's gonna happen next week? I'm getting chills.
I can't wait.
Goosebumps just thinking about it.
All right, we'll find out next
I
episode.
can't wait.
Give us
Yes.
next episode. Give us next episode.
So tune in next week, and we'll talk about episode 2, all the crazy shit that happened, as well as any other news. That's it for this episode of Lower Friendly.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
How unusual that we've actually started recording something and we haven't fucked up completely.
Yeah, it's very strange. I did fuck up my sleep schedule though. I've gotten like 2 hours, so if I
Kris,
kind of,
why?
like, lose insomnia, man. It's just the way it
All
is.
this money and you can't buy sleep, eh?
Yeah, you can't. I would like to just press T or press E or whatever.
And just like, I want to wait for this many hours in the bed.
Yes. That would be nice.
That's what sleep feels like. It's like, you go down, you lay down, you fall asleep, and then you wake up and suddenly it's like, God knows how many hours later. I wish that I could enjoy sleep.
Yeah. Sleep is actually better than that, because in the game you have to watch that hourly countdown. Like, so if you sleep for 10
Yeah.
hours, it goes 10, 9,
Right.
8, 7, 6, and you're like, God, just skip it already. But actual sleep is actually a lot faster than that, so that's pretty cool.
Unless you have nightmares. I have a lot of nightmares.
Oh, I have
true.
amazing dreams.
Ooh.
Tell us about your dream.
Oh, I should have prepared for this question. I had an amazing dream this morning because obviously I went to bed like 4 a.m. so it's morning when I sleep. Now, it's usually like zombie apocalypse survivalist things or magical fantasy land dreams where I fly with dragons and stuff. It's amazing. My dreams are awesome.
Just normal dreams like that.
Yeah.
Survivalism.
You know, the casual kind of fun dreams that you have.
Getting eaten by a zombie does not sound fun. I don't know.
Sounds more fun than my dreams, because at least when you wake up you know that there's not a zombie apocalypse. My dreams, I wake up and I dream that I've upset somebody, or I've made them cry, or I've sent a text that I regret.
Oh, okay.
And they're really realistic, so I get very confused. I once had a dream where I had guinea pigs, and I thought that I had the guinea pigs, and I got up in the morning to go and feed them, and then it turned out that I didn't have the guinea
They
pigs.
weren't zombie guinea pigs.
No, they weren't. They were just normal guinea pigs, and I just wanted to feed them in the morning.
You didn't forget to send a text to a zombie person. Your zombie.
No, I
boyfriend.
didn't. It's not forgetting to send a text, it's sending the text. I probably insulted the zombie.
Okay, that's true. Zombies are very sensitive. They get angry very quickly. They're highly I don't know, volatile.
Emotionally driven.
Still better than the last season of Walking Dead, I'm sure. Anyways,
I stopped
Yeah, me
watching.
too.
I stopped watching.